Dear students, hope you all great. Today we are going to take Unit 2, the structure of matter, Chapter 3, properties of matter. Let's start with Section 1, what is matter? So, first we should know the meaning of matter. What is the meaning of matter? Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Takes up space means volume. So matter is any object or anything that has mass and volume. All matter takes up space. The amount of space that an object takes up or occupies is known as the volume. So volume means the amount of space that an object takes up or occupies. For example, CDs are made up of matter. CDs are matter. They have volume. Once your CD storage rack is filled with CD, like this is a rack, CD's rack. When the CD's rack is filled with CDs, you cannot fit another CD. So you cannot put this CD into the CD storage rack. Why? Because the CDs takes up space and have a volume. How to measure the volume of liquids? How to measure the volume of liquids? We use liter as SI unit or unit used to measure large volume. So what about small volume? So we use milliliters to measure small volume of liquid. So small volume of liquids are expressed in milliliters. You may use a graduate cylinder. So we use a graduate cylinder like this cylinder instead of measuring cup to measure liquid volume. Graduate cylinders are used to measure liquid volume when accuracy is needed. So if you want to measure the volume of liquid accuracy, we use a graduate cylinder. The surface of liquid in any container is curved. So the surface of liquid curved in container. This curve at the surface of liquid is called meniscus. So this curve called what? Meniscus. For most liquids, including water, volume should be measured from the lowest point of the meniscus. So the volume of this liquid here is 4 4.8. So the volume here 4.8 liter. So we read at the lower point in the meniscus or in the curve, lowest point of the meniscus. So what about if you want to measure the volume of regular shape like cube, like rectangle, any regular shape? The volume of any solid object is expressed in cubic unit. Either cubic meter per cube, or cubic centimeter per cube. Both are the units most often used for the volume to measure the volume of solid things. So both cubic meter or cubic centimeter we use to measure as a unit to measure the volume of regular shape or the solid. You can use formula to find the volume of regular shape. We use this formula, this equation. Volume of regular shape equal length times width times height. To find the volume of cube or another rectangular object, regular shape, either cube or rectangle, use the length, width and height of the object in the following equation. What about irregular? So volume of an irregular shaped solid object. If you want to measure object of irregular shape, we use a way or process called water displacement to measure irregular shaped object. Irregularly shaped object like stone, like stone, like rocks. This irregular shape. This irregular shape. So if you want to measure irregular shaped object, we use a way or process called water displacement. Using displacement to find volume. When a 12-sided object is added to the water, when 12-sided object or irregular shape is added to the water, what happens? The water rises up. The level rises because the object pushed water out of the way. This process of pushing water out of the way is called displacement. This rises or this pushing water out of the way is displacement. So this is called displacement. Is the volume that displaced by object. So the volume of water displaced by the object, this is the volume displaced by object, is equal to the whole object volume. Object volume. The difference between volume of object after we put stone minus the volume of liquid before is the volume of an object. So first, measuring volume irregular solid, water displacement method. Measure initial volume. First we measure initial volume, which is 20 here. Measure final volume of object after we put object, which is here 23. The difference between 23 and 20 is the volume of object. So this displaced water displaced by object, this water displaced by object is volume of object. So the answer, the volume of object is 3, which is 23 minus 20. So if you want to measure volume of irregular shape equal volume final with volume final mean volume with object minus volume initial minus volume initial mean volume without object. So again, we use this water displacement to measure in irregular shape solid object. If you put this irregular shape in the container in water, what happens? The water rises up. This rises or this rises or this process of pushing water out of the way is called displacement. So this rises called displacement. The volume of water displaced by object is equal to the object volume. So this volume of water displaced by object is equal to the object volume. So here volume final minus volume initial, volume final 23 minus 20, so the volume of object is 23 liter. Here is 3, so the volume of object is 3. That's it. Thanks for watching.